Another great comic book day filled with really great pulls, some great trade finds. I got some really great stuff in the mail, more than I can show you here. But y'all, it was a little bit bittersweet. Howdy, howdy, I'm American Texan, and I love comic books, specifically reading comic books and enjoying the art and writing, the storytelling every month that comes out, or just all at one sitting if you get in a trade. And if that's you, you don't care too much about what the drama and the stupid things that creators say. Other channels cover that. We're here to talk about the medium itself. And if that's what you want to talk about, listen to, nerd out about with me, this is the channel. You're in the right place. This video is all about what I got at my local comic shop, as well as what I got online. Kickstarters, backings, new releases, stuff that I find on Whatnot to collect and read as well. I'm more of a reader, but I do collect some things. And if that's you, that's what you're interested in, let's go into what I got and what I'll be reading this week from my LCS. And by the way, we do have a little bit of bittersweet update here for my comic book nerding out experience, but we'll get to that later. Let's talk about what I got from Marvel. I'm hoping it's going to be a good week. Infernal Hulk number 9, way off. This one has taken a little bit of a dip, but it looks like we got, I think that's Dr. Voodoo, not Dr. Strange, but is he a doctor? Voodoo man there. He's like a teleporter, I think, and he's doing some kind of occult stuff here. I think he's an interesting character. So Infernal Hulk is going up against him. I don't know, Banner's there. We'll see what happens. It's taken a little bit of a dip as far as like how exciting it used to be. I'm hoping this will ramp it back up. We're also going to check out Punisher versus Spider-Man number 1. This one is by Dan Abnett, which he's only written one book recently since he started kicking back in with Marvel that I did not care for. So I'm hoping this one will be just as good as the other ones that I enjoy, especially because it's Punisher. It's one of my favorite Marvel characters. Those are the only 2 Marvel books, which honestly, a week I pull 2 Marvel books. It's kind of a good week. We do have 5 DC books here that I'm going to read, starting with no new number 1s. We got Deathstroke, The Terminator, number 5. Last issue, y'all, I did not care for. It was like my first time leaving a DC 1-star review in a long time. I hope we're not going to get too preachy with this. This is The Terminator revealed. I don't know. We'll see. I hope they can turn it around because I really enjoyed the first few issues, but the last issue was just modern comic. Like, let's just talk over coffee and talk about our problems. Don't care for that. I don't want that in my comics. Well, at least I don't want that in my Deathstroke comics. Like, there might be a good comic where it could belong. But not in Deathstroke, not in the way that it started. Anyways, off my soapbox, Lobo number 5. This one is exactly what it seems like. I keep saying this is a comedy more than it is a superhero comic, but it's very enjoyable, very funny, and the art, you can just stare at every page and just enjoy the art for minutes, which for me is a long time. Then we've got End of Life. This one is a little bit of action, but you know what? There's some good heart in it. And this is the one where they do sit down for coffee and they're talking about it. There's some character development stuff that I'm actually interested in. Cover looks a little bit kind of like he's being tortured there. So we'll see what's going on with Eddie. I think that's his name, Eddie. And I am super excited for this one. Superman Unlimited. I'm really enjoying this run. I know a lot of people aren't a Dan Slott fan. I don't care. As long as he writes good books, I'm going to check it out. And the setup here we have between possibly alternate universe, Boyd John Kent and Damian here, super interesting. I think it's really cool. Damian's kind of stealing the show on that story arc. And then we got World's Finest number 53. They're still on that Savage Land alternate universe planet. Super interesting, beautiful art. Dan Mora absolutely crushing it. Y'all, if you're not getting this one, get the trade. It's one that you will enjoy. And then we got Showcase, which has The Flash. This is facsimile. Again, I just enjoy reading the facsimiles for the comic story as it was. So yeah, I'm going to check that out. And then we got everything I got off the indie shelf. This is everything that is indie, which is basically not Marvel or DC, but you can still find at your LCS. And this is from Dark Horse, number 1, Foundations by Jonathan Hickman and Nick Spencer. And man, I am so ready for this. I think Hickman is really being hamstrung by Marvel. And so to see him off the leash, this is going to tell me whether Hickman still's got it and it's Marvel holding him back, or maybe is he starting to lose his touch. That first got me really into reading comics, really. So we'll see what this is about. Foundations there. I'm excited for that. And I didn't know it was going to be in premiere size or magazine size. So I'm excited for that. I think the Nick Spencer art is really going to stand out with this book. Also from Mad Cave, we've got Mr. Nemo. This is from the Underworld universe that I'm really into. Excited for this one. It's written by Mark London. Again, another one that some people for some reason don't like. I don't care. I like his writing. I think it's really good. So I'm going to check that out. And then this is not a number one, but it's Space Ghost Annual number one, I guess. I don't care for the annual numbering, but whatever. That art is pretty cool. But yeah, all of Space Ghost right now, some of the best comic books coming out. This one's a little bit of a risk, but I decided to still get it, even though I find out kind of, again, I actually did a huge tirade on a recent video on my gaming channel about people who are just like relentlessly stupid about hating AI. You can hate AI as much as you want about it, but just stop spitting in my face about it, because I like it. Or I should say I don't mind it. I don't like things because it's AI. I like it because it's pretty. And if it just happened to be made by AI or AI tools, I don't care. It's pretty. I like to look at it. I like to read it. Okay, anyways. Now that you've unsubscribed, we've got Minotaur here. This is from Ignition Press and Simon Spurrier. Now, I've heard Simon Spurrier is really good with his indie work. A lot better than he is with DC, which I just haven't gotten into any of his stuff. So I'm going to check this out. And apparently there is a little bit of an undertone about, and I don't know, as long as it's not preachy, I don't care. You can be anti-AI all you want. I like the Terminator movies. I wonder how many people that like AI are suddenly going to be like Barney Stinson, like, the Terminator was the good guy. No, y'all. Anyways, we got The Circus Losing Control. I'm Losing Control. This is by Matt Kent. It seems like an IP that's ongoing, but I don't know anything about it. And as far as I know, this is the only thing that's out there. I don't know who John le Carre is, but it's interesting. I like it. It's very 007-ish. It's like CIA overseas in Britain or UK, whatever they call themselves. It's really good. I really like it. So we'll check it out. Some espionage stuff. I haven't started any of this series, but I know it's going to be good. Conan and Dragonero, number 3. I don't know anything about it. I haven't gotten that far down my indie list. I'm super behind because of all the life stuff. My dad passing, then more family passing, then summer travels and birthdays, and there's a lot of stuff. Summers are busy. I don't have to tell you guys. So I'll catch up on that. One thing that I am enjoying, we've got Dork number 6 here. One of the best indies right now that it's really focused on all ages stuff. So that's an exciting one. And then more mature, right? We've got Battle Beast number 11. Come on, y'all. There he is going against, I never remember this guy's name. Is it Conqueror? Man, so good. And then we've got Rockefellers number 13. And this is part 3 of the Unbelievables introduction. They're really turning things around. I mean, Rockefellers was good. Then it kind of slumped a little bit. Now it's back to fire. I'm excited for that. Then we've also got Savage Sword of Conan, one of the best buys you can make. I mean, this is like $8 and you get like a giant comic book here. It's like some trades charge you $20 for this. But yeah, really good here. And this has stories. Looks like it's written by Bellinger, Connor, Palmiotti. I like Jimmy. And then DeFalco and Friends, I'm guessing maybe are the artists. But beautiful water painted thing there too. And then the last indie I got, I know I'm going pretty fast. We've got G.I. Joe number 24. Another one that I'm a few issues behind on. It's one of those where I just want to I know I'm going to enjoy it. So I want to sit down with some coffee or a cerveza and just enjoy these comics. And I just haven't had the chance to do that yet. So I don't want to read these in a rush because indies are some of my favorites. Already I got more indies in 1 week than I did Marvel and DC combined. But I want to enjoy these. So, until I can take a break and sit down, some of them, unfortunately, I'm just going to be behind on, but I will catch up. Lastly, from my LCS, I got a couple of trades. Nothing on consignment this week that spoke to me, but I'm glad to get this one. We've got Planetary Compendium here, which is like a soft cover omnibus. This is by Warren Ellis and illustrated by the late John Cassidy. I got a few volumes after John Cassidy died because I learned who he was. Really beautiful art. To my knowledge, he kind of started that modern, softer, almost digital, if it's not digital, type of art, and it's really well done. So I'm excited to have the compendium there. And I didn't pull this, but I decided to go ahead and get it for my Apocalypse library. We've got Batman Blind Justice. This is written by Sanham, Dennis Cohen, Alan Grant, and Norm Brayfogle. The only name I know on there is Alan Grant. So it's stories that I'm not really too familiar with, but I decided to go ahead and get it. This is also another great value. You get an omnibus of comic for like $40. It's a really good value. And again, it's going to sit on my shelf if I ever get the itch to read some Batman, but if the apocalypse ever comes, I'm your librarian. Now for the bittersweet part. I have in my hand, I'm going to fold my personal information on the top. This is my entire pull list from my LCS. And as you can see, from my 2 or 3 years of going to this LCS, my pull list is very large. This is not everything that I'm currently pulling. This is everything that I had pulled. Okay. Everything that was on my list is in this document. And so there's a lot of things here like Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. That was a 3-issue series, but it's on my pull list. So why did I request my pull list? I have everything in League of Comic Geeks, but I wanted to double check in case there was something here. Unfortunately, I'm going to be changing LCSs. The LCS that I go to, Spades Cadets Collection in the Woodlands area, is next to my co-working space where I do a lot of work. And it's not too far from my house. It's about a 25 minute drive. So I can make that trip if I'm working from home. But recently, my business acquired a new office, which is a great space. It's a beautiful space. It's awesome, very large. It's going to do wonders for us. And it's right across the street from my kids' school. They could walk to my office if I wanted to. And I think that's good for me because then I don't have to spend an hour plus a day commuting to and from school. Or those days, where you go pick up one kid and the other kid's got stuff. So you got to take the other kid home and then you got to go pick up the older kid. Anyways, it's going to be great for us and great for life. But it is 45 minutes away from this comic shop. And that's just too far of a drive. I'm a Wednesday warrior, y'all. I got to be at the comic shop like I got to be at church. And so unfortunately, I told her, I told my LCS owner, I said, hey, I can't come here every Wednesday. Now, that's not to say that I will never go. I mean, it is literally the best. I'm going to be patroning another LCS, and I'm not going to lie to you. I've been there a few times. They're not as good as Space Cadets. Space Cadets is the bomb, y'all. I'll still be watching the live shows. Anytime I'm in the Woodlands area, I'm going to stop by and see what new stock they have on consignment or new trades that they got that maybe my current LCS or my upcoming current LCS will not have. But yeah, I got to go through all my pools and send it all to the new comic shop, and I'll be patroning there. And unfortunately, it's not quite as comic shop as Space Cadets. Space Cadets is a comic shop, right? They're not selling trading cards. They're selling some collectibles, maybe some trading cards that are part of an estate deal or something like that. And of course, some tchotchkes and all that, but it is a comic shop. The new comic shop that I'm going to is really only half comic. I think they really spend a lot of time on their collectibles. They don't have nearly as many pull bins, pull racks. They don't have nearly as many trades as Space Cadets, but it will be better because it's only 5 minutes from my new office. So on Wednesdays, it's just a quick trip. Won't spend most of my lunch break. So that's kind of a bittersweet thing especially because I love them so much. I love Space Cadets Collection. I love my LCS owner. She's so nice. She's great. She's knowledgeable. She knows the industry. She knows people in the industry. I just can't say enough great things about them. I've already left 5-star reviews as much as I can for them, but definitely check them out if you're in the North Houston area. Space Cadets Collection. All right, now that that's over, let's get back to the sweet part and talk about comics. And I told y'all before about Andrew Gray's auctions on Whatnot. Y'all, you can't keep getting away with this. Check this out. I can't even hold this up on stream. I bought so many books in the last couple of weeks that came in, finally unboxed them all. Every one of these omnibuses were less than $20. Every one of these trades were less than $5. I'm talking these epic collections for $3, $4, $5. I think the most expensive book that I got is Daredevil, because just everyone wants a Daredevil omnibus. I think I bought that for $30. If you go buy that at your LCS, you're going to be paying over $100. But Andrew Gray's auctions, because it's for charity, he gets to auction these off. And I don't know how he gets the books. I think they're directly donated. I don't know. But he's making money on these omnibuses as well for his charity. I think it's called Superhero Kids, they teach kids how to be superheroes in life. So it's really great. Go check them out on Whatnot. They have an Instagram too. And it's also a very entertaining show. In case you did not know, he used to be the Red Power Ranger. And so to have his insight, his knowledge, his experience, as well as his passion to helping kids live better lives, I think it's a really great show to watch. And yeah, you're going to pay $9 in shipping. There is a shipping cap. Like today, once you spent $30, everything else is free, but it is definitely worth it. This whole stack that you're seeing here on the screen, I probably paid $100 for, and it's well over $1,000 of comics. And it's good stuff too, y'all. Peter David, Jonathan Hickman, Ed Brubaker. I mean, just Stan Lee even. There's a lot of good stuff. And some of the stuff is a little bit of a wild card, but for $3, I'll take the risk. So go check them out on Whatnot. I'll have a link down below. And finally, let's go into all the great comics that I got in the mail. These are from Kickstarters or other direct-to-customer comic book companies that are out there, starting with Brave. Now, this isn't so much a comic book, but these are monthly kids books that have really good conservative values here. So this one is Flames Over Freedom Island, and it follows some anthropomorphic animals that are warriors and try to help the land and everything, and they just teach good values. So very excited to have this for the kids. Every month, my son looks forward to it. It's kind of like a monthly comic book to him. And it's very affordable. I think it's like $15 a month. Y'all can tell I spend way more than that on comics. All right, from Kid Heroes Comics, I've got Lineage, number 1 and 2. I honestly don't remember too much about this. This is one of those where I listened to an interview with the creator and I was like, yeah, let me back the project and support it and check out their stories because it sounded like it was going to be really interesting there. So again, that's Lineage, and this is by Doug Marcada. Another one I'm excited to share with you. This is Book of Monarch. This is from Next Level Comics. And again, this is another one that I found out later on. So I've got Book of Monarch number 1 and another book that they did. This is called the Collector's Edition of, I guess it's the Book of Monarch. Look at that art. And if this is any indication, look at this character design here on the back. That kind of reminds me of Rook Exodus. I think we're going to be in for quite a beautiful story here. So I'm excited to check this one out, the Book of Monarch. And I'm not sure what's in this Collector's Edition, but let me give a quick flip through. Y'all, this is cool. There's actually a story in there, but it's this is beautiful. If the Book of Monarch is like this, it's going to be real good. And I got a little print. And from one of my favorite indie publishers, Project Nausis and Paul Thayer, we've got Hybrid number 1. Very excited for this. Modern day superhero storytelling. And I got all the trading cards because y'all know I love to collect comic trading cards. And here's the whole set. Kind of wish they had been bagged a little bit better, but in a bag and board, that's okay. I'll accept it this time. Straight from Compass Comics Group, we've got giant-sized Two Fists Manly Tales. This reminds me of like the books from the Vietnam books or the World War II books. So I got number 1 and 2. Number 2 was the Kickstarter or the, I think I got it on Fund My Comic, but I got the number 1 back issue here. This just looks like good old-fashioned manly testosterone fighting books and war books. I love those. So I'm excited to check these out. This is from Graham Nolan by way of, again, his company, Compass Comics. And sometimes I buy books or I back books and I don't remember or it takes a long time to come out. We've got one here that is exactly that. This is Dual Animal Anthology. This is a mature book, but it is by multiple writers. So I'm guessing one of these writers is someone that I follow and I checked it out. So yeah, so Dual Animal Anthology. Let's see. Our universe is vast and filled with secrets. Valkyrie, four-armed cyborg gifted with eternal sight by fifth dimensional overlords. Oh my goodness, is tasked with a sacred mission to curate the universe's most curious stories and protect them at all costs. But at Terminal World, that job becomes harder than ever before. So very interesting, almost like it's a collection of intergalactic stories, fantasy stories. So sounds interesting. It does say mature on the back, so it is for grown-ups. But yeah, I'll check that out. It looks really cool. It's black and white, but yeah, it's very well drawn. And I'm excited to show you Lauren Order. This is from a company that I'm really, really growing to like as the more of their books that I check out. This is from Argo Comics. They do a little bit of a cheesecakey stuff. And I don't remember ordering all the number 1s, but oh no, that's right. These are all the holiday specials. So here's the Halloween edition. As you can see, a little cheesecakey. Here is the summer special parody of the Coppertone ad. And the Christmas special. So I've got some lore in order for all the different seasons that I went ahead and got. The Easter one was the newest one. Unfortunately, it came very much after Easter. But a lot of the stuff that they're putting out, I'm really enjoying. The interior is not as cheesecakey, but these are espionage, action kind of stories that are themed along the holiday season. So I'm excited to check these out. It's just a nice, fun, turn your brain off and read. And I keep telling y'all over and over again, you have to check out everything that Carissa Grant is doing with her world. This is the newest one, Worthy Chaos. Do have the Art Germ Studio cheesecake cover here, but I showed you in a few videos ago, they do collectibles. So there's like a journal of all the cryptids that they tell stories about in the comic books. So you actually have the main character's journal and you build it as she goes on these adventures. They have a little treasure box that you collect like vampire blood or tears or something like that, and like Bigfoot something, saliva, I don't know, but they're nice, beautiful decorated jars, and these come out every quarter like clockwork. It is absolutely beautiful. It's really fun stories. I like the Western one, the redemption stories. Don't miss these. Check it out. Carissa Grant, some of the best stuff you can buy from Kickstarter in the indie scene. I'm slowly getting everything that she has. I got the treasure box with all the cryptid tchotchkes and everything. I've got all the journal pages, and now I have most, if not all, of the trading cards. And you'll notice they are metal trading cards. These are artwork from the comic, I believe, because some of this does look familiar. Some of this is from Redemption. Some of this is from the new series here from Worthy Chaos. But man, look at that. It's just absolutely beautiful stuff. There is some mature stuff stuff in here, so I tried to filter some of that out. There's some cleavage and some accidental panty slips or something like that, you know, as accidental as you can in a comic book. But these are so cool, and they're metal, so they just look really beautiful. They shine so nicely, and I do have a binder where I collect comic book trading cards specifically, and I'm excited. Yeah, there's one of the spicier ones, y'all. I am excited to have multiple pages with all of these beautiful cards, and then I'm trying to talk while I go to the last one, because the last few cards are sketch cards. How do you do sketch cards on metal? I don't know, but they did it, and it is gorgeous. Okay, I think we got to get past these cheesecake ones. Here we go. So here's the sketch cards here. Obviously, they're not like sketched on the card. They're machined onto the card, but they're based off of sketches. It's so cool. I think my favorite one is the last one, I think. Yeah, that one or that one. Man, this just looks so cool. I love these, and there's a couple more here for you. That one is a very super basic one, but honestly, it just kind of speaks to me. And then we got another. These are also comic covers. So I am very excited to have these fill out my comic book. And the fact that they're metal, I either forgot or I didn't read. So cool. I'm so excited to have these. And again, everything that you enjoy about mainstream comics, the trading cards, the games, the collectibles, indie comics has it too, y'all. So don't skip out on the indies. Last thing I got here, I forgot to show you earlier. This is another Whatnot purchase. This came from Art Germ Studios. I love it when you get tissue wrapped comics. It just hits different. My comic shop did not get enough copies, so I did not get a copy. So I had to buy direct from Art Germ. We've got the swimsuit edition, brand new beach day. This is Luna Snow, I believe, but this is illustrated by Art Germ. I just noticed there's baby Jeff in the background. He's actually got the same pose as Art Germ's last baby Jeff, I think it was. So I'll check this out. I didn't buy the regular copy. I wanted to get the Art Germ version, so I'll read this version as well. So there you have it. Like I said, it was a big comic book day, but it was a great comic book day. Again, bittersweet because I had to have that, hey, I'm leaving talk. It was real easy at my last comic book shop because it was in a military town and people are leaving all the time. So he was like, okay, here's the process. You're done. But this one was bittersweet. I'll still be in the area. I'll still definitely go there at least once a month. I'll be watching the live streams. But, I guess this is just some things that you have to deal with as a comic book reader and enjoyer. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to get these books read sooner so I can record some Let's Talk videos because I really want to talk about these books and I haven't been able to do videos. Life's been too busy. And I've been doing a lot of stuff on the trading card side with my other channel, American Texan Plays. But y'all, comics still my first collectible and enjoying reading these books. So subscribe if you want more comic book content. I appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Adios.